Paradise Garage is back, and it's me, as usual, Peter, and today I'm gonna tell you a little bit how to measure up your pistons. Measure a piston. Let's take a look at this first. This is the top. These are the outtakes for the valves, the ring land, where the rings sit. Here we have the pin, and if we look at the pistons, you see that all the wear is here on this side, 90 degrees from the pin. Same here. The rest of the piston, no wear at all. And this is actually the worst of them in this engine, but it's aluminium, it's soft. These scratches won't do anything at all, actually. One thing to remember is that pistons are usually made to be slightly wider at the bottom than up here, just below the ring land. And above the rings, it's even smaller. It's about, I'll say, 0.5 millimeter difference between there and there. And why is that, you think? Well, it gets a lot hotter up here where the combustion happens. So this part expands more than this part down here. And if you measure here over the pin, both up and down, it's about 0.5 millimeter there as well. And why, you wonder? Well, as the piston, this part expands, that the expansion has to go somewhere, and then it goes out to the side. Okay. But that's why the measurements are as they are. I've already measured 2 pistons here, and the factory says that new they should be 83 millimeters and 95 hundredths, and you can have wear of up to 500ths at the bottom, and the measurements up here are, of course, slightly smaller. And the expansion here is one of the reasons why you shouldn't rev a cold engine very hard. Especially highly tuned engines that have more tolerance between the piston and the cylinder, because their pistons expand more than regular street cars. For example, drag racer is, you could more or less see between the piston and the cylinder if you take the rings out. Anyway, we're gonna start with measuring over the skirt, 90 degrees on the pin, and we zero out our micrometer. It's at 84 here, so we are sure where we're starting. And then we see there it takes up, and you can probably see there it's 700ths smaller than 84, so it's 83.93, 200ths of wear, fully acceptable. Actually, factory tolerances are about 200ths, that the pistons differ. So they can be between 83.93 and 83.97 when new. So we're gonna take note of this. This is the number 3 piston. 83.93. You see they're quite consistent here. 80, 93, 95, 93. And the same here. This number 1 piston at the end of the engine, the coldest side, has slightly more wear than those at the back that are usually warmer. They warm up faster. So here, skirt at the top. That's the right skirt here as well. And then I'll make a little drawing thing just about below the rings. See what we get there. Zero out again. Exactly 84 millimeters. And actually can help to leave the rings in when you do this, because it helps you hold the micrometer slightly more steady. Here we are at 84 and we are exactly 90 degrees. So let's see what we have here. Am I not exactly? I wasn't. Oh, too far down. And this piston is actually out of spec. And that is probably due to the rust in the cylinder. This engine was sitting outside for quite a while and it was raining into it. How you could do that with a fairly valuable engine is a mystery to me. It's not the current owner that did that, it's some Danish people that my friend Jürgen bought it from. Here's 83, 87. So probably that rust took off a little bit more material than what we wanted. We're going to measure it up top as well, and I guess it's going to be even smaller here. 0. Here it's at least easy to see. Not that bad actually. $83.57. I'm going to measure the take another measurement here, slightly twisted, see if that's going to give us a better result. So if I just happen to fall into some sort of a pit there. Oh, not better at all. I say this piston is a goner. Yep. Bye-bye. Well, since the first piston you saw here was not in the very best shape, we're gonna measure another, number 4. And you probably, wow, has the engraved number on top of the piston. I can tell you it makes no difference at all, especially when it's not boosted. You're not going to crack these pistons. There we have it. What does this one say? It says 83.94. Really good, if you ask me. And then down here, exactly above the rings, we have 8390 on top. $83.60. This piston was fine on the edge here at the 8390, but it's not a big deal. You can probably see here, they're quite consistent. The skirt. It's a lot cooler down there, not as much wear as just below the rings, and the heat is going to make these pistons grow enough to seal off here the rings and everything. And since the new piston is about here, plus minus 200s, so it could be like that or like that when it's new. If it comes out there, it's very little, it's like a hair. And there we are. And I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I'm going to do the rest of the pistons off camera. You don't need to see all this over again. And that's all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, etc. And I'll be back soon. See ya!